This is our get started call for listings to leads. And I see a lot of new names, which is cool. Would you let me know as we're getting started in the chat panel here, go to me, how long have you been with us and what brought you here? Was it a colleague? Was it your office? You just do a Google search. No audio. Yeah, I think, can everybody hear me? I think they can, because Leslie's responding. Yes. Check. Yeah, thanks, David. Your audio. Okay. So normally at the beginning, Bettina, you've been with us for 7 years. Wow, that's great. So it's good you're getting a refresh, because actually we're always adding new tools. So you need to check in with us. And this year is going to be significant. We've already added some great new tools, and we're about to add, we're about to do kind of a little bit of a refresh of the look to simplify it. And we're also going to add some really new, robust technology. So kind of keep your eyes on what we're doing here. So this is our website. We haven't logged in. I want to talk about the bottom of the website, because if you're new to us, you're going to need to learn how to use our system. And our system, just so you know, let me just sort of back up a little bit. We have a lot of tools. It's a common criticism that it's overwhelming, right? Our system works with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, multiple CRMs, multiple different kinds of platforms, and we have tools for agents who have listings, and we have tools for agents who don't have listings. And we can help all of these agents get buyers and sellers, right? We just have so many tools. So you can imagine with all those platforms that there's a lot to it. So if you think you've signed up for listings to leads and you can put your credit card in here and walk away and we're going to change your life, you would be sadly mistaken. But if you put in a little time and you understand to use our top tools, which I am going to cover today, it will change the shape of your business. You'll get more business. You'll get more buyers and sellers. This question here came in our mastermind group. And in the beginning of the call, I used to like to talk about our resources. If you're not in our mastermind group and you are a client, you should get in the mastermind group. Use the support page in your account. Just say, hey, I'd like to be in the mastermind group, and they'll add you, right? So here, a question came in last summer, which was, who here is listing 2 listings or more per month strictly from listings leads marketing tools? And a bunch of our clients jumped in, right? This one I want to bring up here. Dustin said, we average 2 listings from each marketed listing, all from L2L tools, Facebook ads, mailers, and open houses, trying to get that number to above 3 this year. So, and this is a big point that I want to make sure you understand. There are a lot of agents who want more listings in this country, okay? And they think that there is one tool. There's like one super awesome tool, and I'm going to turn that on, and hopefully I don't have to touch it. I just turn it on, and I'm going to get listings. And that tool may exist. I don't know. I don't think it exists, because I have a lot of clients coming here to us, and they realize, like, if they market their listings with our system, there are multiple hooks to help you get listings. So you need to think about that, because a lot of agents think there's a special tool, one special tool out there to help me get listings. It's marketing your listings. Market them when they're just listed. Market them if you can market it coming soon, of course, do that. Do it with our open house, and do it when it's sold. And you will see, as I show you today, there are a lot of tools that in that marketing process, there are all kinds of hooks to get more listings, okay? And Terry here followed up, with another question because Dustin said, hey, and she said, what was the one particular tool, right? Here's a classic agent. I don't want to learn your whole platform. What's the one tool? And he says, the best tip I can give you is to do everything on the checklist and don't overthink it. Just do it. Then he gives this long story, right? Of just do it. And so inside listings to leads, you have to get your arms around it. So down here on the blog, we actually put a lot of information. So if you like to read, and there we try to keep these brief, but there's a lot of information in here, right? And there are kind of two major themes that I think in the blog. One is we have this awesome Facebook ad generator that helps you get buyers or sellers if you have listings or if you don't have listings. And the other is all of the tools that are designed to help you get listings. Now, there is a blog in this blog here, and I don't actually know if you can search it, but this one right here is called Realtors Stuck Inside with Time on Your Hands, okay? And there are 6 blogs, 6 videos on this, and I'm gonna give this to you right now. But if you're not watching this live, if you're watching a recording, I think you can actually find it by using this search right here and just type in the word stuck, right? And you will get that page. But let me go back to that page. And I just want to point out what's here. How to market your listings, whether they're borrowed or whether they're your listings. How to use our Facebook ad generator, which is awesome, and I am going to show you. Let's see here. Give me a second, guys. I got to stop that. Do not disturb. Also, the top tools for seller lead generation. So if you want more listings, guess what? We talk about that. That's what that call is. Every tool that helps you get listings is covered right here on video number 3. What do you do if you don't have any listings? Do you just go to sleep and take a nap, or do you use the tools that we've created? This free and cheap lead gen is actually awesome because it's got a lot of great ideas that we don't think of, or that we don't all think of, but this one has them really laid out pretty easily of inexpensive ways to capture leads. And then here, if you invest in a professional video or Matterport, that's a great video to use. So let me give this to you right now, and let's get into listings to leads. Now, this call is being recorded, and as I mentioned, the mastermind group, this recording will be in the mastermind group later today. So definitely get in there. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Patina. She's saying others try to copy, but they can't do it. There's one thing about listings leads. We've been doing this for 11 years. And our goal is to make sure that you can capture leads. It's always been our goal. There are a lot of companies that are in real estate marketing, and I know that their goal is to make good-looking tools that are automatic, that you don't have to touch. And they're great companies. CirclePix is one of those companies. Awesome stuff, great competitor, more expensive than us, but their tools look great, and agents didn't have to even touch it. It just would happen. Unfortunately, for an office, I've had offices call me and say, we generated 4 leads from that last month, right? For an office with like dozens of agents. That's insane because our clients generate hundreds of leads a week. So if you're into lead gen to grow your business, you definitely need to know what we're doing. And Sarah, welcome. Yeah, it looks like, what office are you from, Sarah? Sarah's from one of our office clients. If you don't know this, we have discounted office pricing. Right now, I think our normal pricing is $40 a month. It's about to go to $50 a month for the base package, but our office pricing is super discounted. So inside the account, there are a few things I want you to focus on. I want you to remember, right? Listings, which all these tools are created automatically. and ads. And I'm going to go into detail on this is Facebook and Instagram ads, and then landing pages. You don't have to go too far into landing pages, but it is a big topic for people. And for certain kind of niche stories, it's important. These three things here are good. The others are cool, but I don't recommend you go down them unless you really need them. If you focus on listings and ads, that alone will help you grow your business. Now, when you come in here, you notice that I have a wizard here, right? And I'm just going to tell you what it does. It helps you finish your profile. If you sign up as an agent, it's going to help you import your listings. So you just drop in the MLS ID or email that you use. If you don't have any listings and you want to borrow listings, there's something called My Farm Dominator. And we create a few tools that you can use to capture buyer leads. This right here will create a listing ad. So if once you've imported your listings or you borrowed a listing over here, you can now create an ad. And so right off the bat, you can just get things going. You can create a home value ad. I'm going to show you how to do that and talk a little bit about that. You can turn on social media auto posting, which all of you should have social media auto posting turned on. You can set it up here. I'm going to show you inside the account where you can do it. And then here, I think this helps you get in something like for home value. So, you can kind of do that, and then there you go. So let's go to the profile, because I want to talk about a few things on profile, so that you know this amount. As I mentioned, auto posting is here. You should connect Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, even if you don't use them, because when you connect it, you just connect it, go through the process there. This box here should be blank, and you just click this green button here, and it'll paste this content here, and it's dynamic, so it updates. If we post it just listed, it's going to see it. If you update your property open house, we're going to see it, and we're going to repost it. And when you sell your property, we're going to see that, and we're going to auto post it again. So definitely turn on auto posting, connect your social media accounts, and fix this page right here so that this box is not empty. Okay, and go back here. Social media links, okay, yeah, YouTube connection. If you use Gmail, you have your own YouTube channel. And when we get your listings, we auto-generate a YouTube virtual tour. And if you want that to go there, connect your own channel right here. This tab up here is CRM integration, right? And if you don't have a CRM and you want to work with listings to leads, you need to get a CRM. I recommend Follow Up Boss, Realty Juggler, and Wise Agent. They're inexpensive, they're really powerful, and their clients love them, right? You'll see Boomtown up there. You probably have heard of Boomtown. Super expensive. I'm not going to recommend that. If you have a need for Boomtown, you know plenty about it. But we've got APIs for other things there too. All right. And then up here, you can connect auto posting up here. I showed that to you. I do want to talk one thing here. There's something called the lead gen signature. And this is something that our clients don't often find, and it's right here. And you see this little box here. These are dynamic links, right? So if I click on Palo Alto Homes for Sale, it can point right to your website, right? Right to your search page if you want. Or maybe you have a special page that you want people to see. You can create those right there, those links as hyperlinks, and then you can copy this for Gmail, or you can copy it for your email, and you can copy it and paste it in there so that every time you send an email, you've got this kind of stuff. Notice I have something here that says click for my reviews. All my Zillow reviews are here, right? All my listings are over here. So this is embedded right in your email and other tools. And these links we call lead gen links, okay? And over here is a tab that says lead links over here. And you'll see these links. You may not know how they got there when you sign up, but any link, you can create it by typing in the name of the link here and then put in the URL here, or even a link to one of our landing pages. And then if you check this box, these become your default links, and from there you can they show up on all the tools. Okay, so that's kind of the setup, right? Everybody got that? Any questions about setup? I'm going to go to listings, and most of your listings can automatically come in because your MLS has a relationship with List Hub. That's how we get listings, List Hub. But if they don't come in automatically, there's a green button up here. It says Add Listing, and if you use the grab listing, if the listing is active on Trulia, we can be you drop in the zip code and the MLS ID, and we'll pull it in. Also, let's say you don't have a listing, but you work in an office where people will share their listings with you, and you can borrow their listing. Just deselect this box so we don't create a YouTube video for it, and we don't post a blog post about it, right? We're just gonna give you all the tools, and then you'll be able to capture leads that way. But once they get here, you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the status. Okay, this one is active. You can make it under contract. You can make it pending. You can make it just sold. But the point of all that is that early stages, like coming soon, active, or just listed, our call to actions are designed to get buyer leads. Okay, when a home is under contract or sold, our call to actions are designed to get more listings, right? So you want to definitely market things when they're sold, and I'll show you the tools in a little bit to show you why. But I'm going to start on this open house here, and this button here that says tasks, you click on this, and there are 4 tools that I definitely want you to remember. Tools for your social media, tools for your seller's social media, EFlyer for your database, and print marketing. Now, I will tell you, we have Craigslist tools. If you're a blogger, we have blog tools. We have text sign writers. We have, like, short code this number to that, all that stuff. YouTube listing video. There's all kinds of stuff. But these 4, if you remember to use these, you're going to get the biggest return for your time and money, right? So the first one is your social media. So that kind of makes sense. You need something on your social media. This that you're looking at here is called a listing landing page, okay? And it's super simple. We create it automatically. It's mobile optimized. It looks good. There are some buttons over here that you can click on, and you can manually share it, right? And type in something smart there, and that will work, right? But before we share it, I want to let you know, if somebody clicks this blue continue as Facebook button, the page is going to whip out and say thank you. Then it's going to turn around and drop people on the single property website. And my phone just beeped because I now have a lead from that tool. And so, let me just see here. Okay, I'm getting, I'm getting a lead here. So the point there is, let me just say, sorry, my phone is like buzzing all over here. The point about this is you now have the lead, and now the consumer can scroll down, and as they scroll down, you know that this is an open house, right? Notice that we have the pictures and the video, and it says, what is your home worth, right? And you scroll down, and here's more stuff, and the maps and this and that, and there's a brochure. There's my Zillow reviews again, and then there's this big footer that says, what is your home worth, right? And notice here, when the pop-up comes up, it says, what's your name and email? It says, do you own a home? And we do this, and if I click yes, we ask another question. Do you need to sell it before you buy? And we do this because we know what you know is that there are a lot of buyers out there just snooping around, but they really own a home and they want to research the market and they're looking at your homes to get a sense of what's going on in the market. So we've got these call to actions to sort of ferret those people out, right? Even though it's an open house, it's designed to get buyers and sellers. Now, notice it says up here, auto posted to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So what's that about? Well, remember I told you on the profile to turn on auto posting. So, and I showed you that you can manually share this, but this is automatically done. All these emojis and all these hashtags and all this text was done automatically. And there's the picture, right? If you click on it, it drives into the same lead capture. So the social media auto posting is designed to capture leads, okay? So step number one, which you should do every time it's just listed or open house or pending or sold, it's done automatically. Just update the status. Just go back to your listings page and change it from active to whatever, and boom, the auto posting will begin. Now, the second one is a little bit more tricky. We're going to refresh this. We actually email this to you automatically. It's the tool for your seller social media. And you need to get your arms around this, especially in a listing presentation, because you're going to need to tell people that you have a strong strategy with social media and that you're going to involve them in social on it. So you get this weird email from us, something talking about Sally's seller. And it's we got to refresh it because there's always like this ongoing story between Scott and I, where Scott really thinks you guys like to read, like you like to read our instructions, but I know you don't. I know we do this 11 years. I just know you don't read our instructions. So the point of it is, the reason why I'm telling you that is, if you click forward on that tool and you send it to your client and you call your client for 5 seconds and, hey, you know what? We got the open house coming this week. And I just sent you something in your email. I know you get 100 emails every day, just like I do. Would you put this on your wall for me, right? On Facebook, so that more people see it, more offers, more money for your home. And, of course, if you click on that, there's my landing page, and there you're going to capture leads, right? But more importantly, your clients have a lot of friends and families and colleagues that they are communicating with on Facebook. They're sharing all of their food pics and their kid pics and their grandkid pics and all the fun stuff that they do. Well, now they can share that you at your office are their realtor, okay? And if they click on this and they become a lead, it's not like a super random lead that you just lobbed down an ad somewhere. These are people who know your clients. So it's a really high quality lead, and yeah, you get home value leads from this. So that tool, don't ignore. We even send you something to encourage you to put the seller's email address in. And if you do that, we will send the email when you update it from, like, just listed to under contract. We'll email it to them and copy you, and that is a trigger for you to pick up the phone and call your client for 5 seconds, say, I just sent you something, would you copy that and put it in your Facebook? Now, the third tool is EFlyer for your database. And really, I recommend this if you have a few hundred or a few thousand leads in your database already. This is a flyer at EFlyer, okay? And it'll have your logo, instant update. Hey, I've got an open house, okay? And click on this picture or click on that link to go to this landing page and become a buyer lead for me. But then you'll notice underneath it says, when this home is sold, it's going to affect your home value, okay? And click here to get your free home value. If you go down, you'll see my famous lead gen signature. But the whole point here is you're marketing a home and you're telling people that's going to affect your home value, and people will click on this. So if you're definitely one of these agents who's been around a while and you got thousands of leads, you need to use this like once a week, right? If you've got a new CRM and you don't have any leads in there, you don't need to worry about that, right? Now, the last one is under print marketing, and the nearby homeowner letter is our #1 tool for capturing listing leads that turn into listing contracts. I hope you understand what I just said there. We have a lot of ways of capturing listing leads, but this one converts the fastest. You're not going to collect 50 or 100 leads from this tool. You're going to get a handful or a dozen if you're lucky. A lot of our clients mail this, a lot of our clients door knock it. However you get it into your neighborhood, this is the #1 tool if you want more listings, okay? And you'll notice it says, hey, I got open house, right? Just like the EFlyer, got an open house 1 to 4. Go take this physical piece of paper to your own computer and go there to find out about it. Also, it will affect your own home value, so go here. So who do you think is going to type that link in, right? Only people who own a home. So this is a really great tool, even if you borrow a listing. You know, if you're an agent, maybe you're a new agent and you are holding an open house for somebody, right? They're too busy to sit at that open house, but you can spare a few hours, pull in the listing and use this and go door knock it in the neighborhood. You're going to get more people in. You're also going to end up getting listing leads from that neighborhood just because you sat in that open house. That's a good way of using your time, right? These are the 4 things that I recommend, right? The nearby homeowner letter, your social media, seller social media, and the EFlyer for your database. Now, if you go to the mastermind group, there's the magnifying glass here, and I really recommend that you go look at this guy's post from last summer. So let's wait here a second. You'll see this guy, Chris Winstead, he's got this like big, picture here of a big envelope. But right here, this is the moneymaker right here. Last August, he came in and he showed us this great video. The video is great. It's actually not what's making this all happen. What's making him get a lot of leads and what he's listings, he says, I've been farming my own neighborhood for 3 months and I've got 5 listings out of it. I'm posting these videos in Facebook groups as well. So the videos are helping him brand, right? But really what he's doing is he's sending out that letter every other week to neighbors who have owned their homes for 5 years or more, right? Now, obviously, he got that list of those kinds of homeowners from, who knows, a different kind of, from somebody else. We don't have that list. But he did download this tool that I showed you earlier, and he's giving it to everybody, that fills out that second link, right? That home value. And the thing is, this is where the money comes in. Once they opt in on the home value landing page, I consistently contact them every week with phone calls, bomb letters, letters via mail, and letters left at the door. That right there is the work, right? That, if you're looking for the magic bullet, that's a big old magic bullet. That is it right there. You use that tool, even if you borrow a listing, and when they get in there, you follow up every week, because there are not many people who are going to do that, okay? It's only homeowners. So definitely use that if you want more listings. That's at the top of the list of the video of all the tools that you can have. Now, landing pages here, the next section. You should have landing pages. You get landing pages like new construction just by default. As soon as you sign up, we got a new construction landing page. You can customize it. You can add a timer like I did. We created down payer assistance. You can use this. You can customize it and do all that stuff. But then there's this property valuation plus, and I think these are what you definitely want to have, okay? You can customize these two. I have one for Annapolis, and I have this cool drone video, running in the back. What is your Annapolis home worth, right? You don't have to do these kinds of things, but you can. But what you really need to make sure you're doing is you want to make these things local, right? County-wide home value offers are kind of useless. They're time savers, but they don't work. This is a landing page I have for Pleasant Hill. It's a small town, 30,000 people, right north of me. And this is the new mall, right? There's a new theater. There's lots of little restaurants. Everybody goes down there. And when you're offering a home value, you want to make sure that people feel confident that you know their area, right? So when I show you this letter and I say that's my home value, this is our generic picture that we bought somewhere when we first made this landing page. This may not look like your area. So when you got to kind of think, you're going to ask somebody for their address and contact information. You got to have a little bit of trust or confidence that this person, is relevant and that you're not signing up for a national spam campaign, right? So make sure that you've got something that really makes people feel confident that you are their, you're in their neighborhood, okay? And when you set up a page, there's always a pencil over here. Whenever you see a pencil in listings to leads, that means you can edit it, right? And you'll notice, like I have one for Release Valley. Release Valley has a great swimming club right at the beginning of that neighborhood. So you would think like, why would I do that? Well, it just instills confidence that I know Release Valley because everybody in Release Valley knows that place. It's not the big $1 million home, in the neighborhood. It's what is local. Okay, I hope you understand that. You upload an image over here on the left. You can always change the text, right? The text that's in the landing page, you change it right over here on the right, and then you save it, and there you go. There's also in the advanced options, and if you're distracted, I definitely want you to focus on advanced options. There is a print marketing section, and there is a letter just like that letter for the listings, but it's just about that particular neighborhood. So let's say you don't have listings in Release Valley, but you want listings in Release Valley because it's a great neighborhood. Well, you can create something like this and you can click the pencil on the previous page and edit this with like, hey, here's how many deals have sold, here's what's going on, just a few lines, and then go check out my listings and get your home value, stuff like that, right? That's the point of that page. Let's see here. How do you add a timer to the landing page? Okay, good question. I'm going to close this. This is advanced options. In the edit section of every landing page is something that says lead form text. Should be right here. Should be right here. Let's go here. Custom page content. Custom page content, what kind? You could put a video, you could put a YouTube video, or you could put a countdown time, right? And then just choose the date and say this is going to be here and 12 o'clock and preview. And what happens when I preview it? Well, there's a countdown timer, right? So you don't have to do this on an open house because open houses already have that timer built in, right? But when you're creating a landing page, it could be totally relevant. And so, that's how you do that. I just want to caution you when you're trying to make a landing pages for buyers, just creating a landing page that says, hey, sign up for a free list of homes in Baton Rouge, right? That does not work very well because everybody knows I can just go to the internet and search for Baton Rouge home for sale, and I'm going to have all kinds of companies show me the listings, right? But if you've got a niche that you're working in, maybe it's a neighborhood, maybe it's a new development, maybe it's lakefront homes or waterfront homes, maybe it's a condo building, maybe it's golf course properties or horse properties, I don't know. But that kind of niche is a specialized property. And then, yes, then you can use a landing page. So that's the landing page section. When you create them, you got to think of how do I get them in front of people? And that's the last section I want to talk about, the ad section. Now, you can create a listing ad, you can create a landing page ad, and create a PDF report ad. So let's create a landing page ad because we were just talking about it. You probably want to use traffic on some of these landing pages because you got to drive people to them. But you remember, it kind of depends. If you're looking for buyers, you can leave it on lead ads and you're going to get leads with phone numbers. If you're looking for sellers, use traffic. So I'm going to leave it on lead ads, and I'm going to go to my custom buyer landing page. Actually, I'm just going to do new construction. Can't find it. Create ad. Now, remember, not everybody is looking for new construction. Most people are looking for homes at a price point, and new construction is a nice to have, but not a need to have. So you just want to kind of know like that's what's going on. But notice it's all created on the left there. You got to click this button that says create new form, and then click create a form again. This is the form over here on the right that shows up on the ad. So when they respond to the ad on Facebook, it's going to say full name, email, and phone number. And what's super cool is they are pre-populated because everybody's name, email, and phone number is in Facebook. This is making our clients super excited because they're getting a lot of leads with phone numbers. Also, you can just publish, right? Now you can scroll down, customize, and do all kinds of fun stuff if you want to change that, all that. There's also a thing here for retargeting. So we build custom audiences for you. If you turn on retargeting, definitely turn on retargeting. When you capture leads, you know, in imagination land, leads will convert in one day, right? Like I captured a lead on Facebook, and guess what? I got a contract going on. And yeah, in imagination land, that's exactly what happens, right? But in the real world, you got to drip on leads. You got to work on them. And what retargeting does is this says, hey, when I captured you before, you didn't buy, but now when I run this next ad, I'm going to make sure you see it. You'll have to learn a little bit about it. It's really easy. We have made this so easy to do. I'm not going to go in detail because it's, you know, it's a little bit advanced, but I would recommend all people learn retargeting. Go to the support page and ask them for the support page on that, because you want to convert leads. You just don't want to start gathering contact information. You actually, if you like commissions and business, you need to convert leads, and that's going to help you do that. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to ads, and I'm going to do a listing ad, and I'm going to create an ad for that open house. I'm going to leave it on lead ads because I'm looking for buyers, and I'm going to click create ad. Look, it looks all cool over here on the right. Just create the form here, type in the location. I'm going to type in Berkeley. It's in Berkeley, California. Yeah. And you probably are going to want to expand the radius. I don't know where you guys live, but you know, 15 miles is good for me. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, and you know, at 5 o'clock, I don't even want to drive 15 miles. It's insane over here. But if I lived in Boise, or if I lived in some, you know, small town in, you know, 49 other states, I might want to have, I would drive 30 miles, and people would drive 30 miles to go check out my home. So that's what it's going to do, and that's when you change it. You can retarget and then publish. Now, one thing, if you don't know about Facebook ads, this is a $35 ad. It lasts for 7 days, okay? And on average, it's not exact, a buyer lead costs about $1, right? Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. And so when somebody clicks on your ad and they become a lead, they chew off $1, right? So if you started the ad today and you got a lead today, you'd probably have one lead and you'd have $34 left until the $35 runs out, or until the 7 days run out, okay? So that's how creating an ad works, okay? There's also create a PDF report ad, and this is super awesome, okay? Because there are 25 buyer reports pre-written, 25 seller reports pre-written. If you want to look at them, you can download them right here, and then you can just create an ad. 25 factors that impact your home value. Let's just create the ad. right? It's gonna have your contact information on every page. You can even change the color. You notice how it's blue there? Somewhere there's like settings, you can change the color so that it matches your branding, right? Then you create the form, you type in where you want it, and you publish, okay? You'll notice that we have a $50 budget here, and that's because seller leads cost more than buyer leads on Facebook. So whenever you're running something for getting more listings, Facebook knows and they charge you more. When I type in location, it does not show up like yours. Yeah, good question. Add a bio. Where are you? Where are you in the country? And he or she is saying something in California. Okay, well that just sort of works out. But he's bringing up kind of a weird error. So this location, let me type in Sacramento. Sacramento is a capital of California. And you notice like this drop down comes in and you got to click it. You actually do have to click the box there and it kind of gets blue like that. But sometimes when you're typing, that box doesn't show up. And that's weird. That's Facebook's API. If that box doesn't show up, the ad's not going to work. Try it a few times. Try the same town a few times. And if it doesn't pop up, and you can even get out of this page and come back. If it doesn't pop up, just come back in a half hour. It's weird. I don't know why that happens, but it's the Facebook thing. I think it might have something to do with how many people are hitting that API at one time. But it's a weird thing. It makes me a little crazy now and then, but it's been working a lot better. We actually combed through that API recently and improved it, but it is not perfect. But it needs to be highlighted in blue, okay? So let me say one more thing, and if you've got questions, now is a good time for your questions because I'm kind of through with my story, right? When you come to this Facebook page the first time, there's going to be a big blue button and it says connect to Facebook, and click it, right? And click that button, and it's going to say continue as your personal name, and then you say yes. And then right after that, it's going to say, what business page do you want? It's not going to run the ads on your personal account. It's going to run them on your business page. Right? And you choose which ones and you click follow, done, yes, okay. And you come back here and these 3 buttons will be here. These down here are your old ads, right? Your current ads are old ads. So you can see them. You can even turn off an ad right here. There's a button there to turn it off. Mine are all expired, so they're not active. But if you're going to run an ad, I'm going to tell you, we even translated these PDF reports to Spanish, right? So if you're working in a Spanish speaking area, there you go. But let's just say I want to run a buyer report and I want to say 5 unexpected costs of home ownership, first time home buyer guide, right? Just do that, create an ad. And there you go. You create the form, you type in the location, retarget. I always recommend retargeting, and publish. So that's how you run a PDF report ad. You can see, like, I'm talking a lot here. Honestly, it would take you 30 seconds to run that, right? And I want to give you a high-level strategy for Facebook in case you don't have one. First of all, if you're going to be in real estate, I think you need to have a consistent marketing strategy for Facebook. And here's one for you, okay? Every week, run at least a $20 ad on a listing, even if you borrowed a listing. Maybe this week it's coming soon. Maybe next week it's the same listing and it's just listed. And maybe the following week it's same listing, it's sold. Or maybe you're borrowing a listing or whatever, but get the listing in your account and then create the listing ad the way I showed you for like 20 bucks or 35 bucks, right? Then during the same week, run either a landing page ad or a PDF report ad for like 30 bucks or 50 bucks or whatever you want there, right? So the minimum should be a $200 a month spend. But you could easily spend 300 or even more. If you have a lot of listings, like 5 or more, you need to be running ads for all those, right? It's very easy to run ads. And actually, we're going to improve that to where it's going to just require 1 click to create an ad. And I mean, you'll be able to create an ad in about 10 seconds, which is insane, but awesome. And I'm excited to see that, because creating ads on Facebook for realtors, it's really, it's important, and it's great for lead capture and all that, and for branding. But in Facebook, there are 3 pages to create an ad, and a lot of agents do not have success with Facebook. They waste a lot of time and they waste a lot of money. They hear that it's great, but they just don't know all the buttons to check in Facebook, right? And I understand, because actually Facebook changes their website probably about every 3 days. So you can't actually, it's hard to stay on top of it. But in our world, we have the Facebook software, and we have boiled it down to, right now it's 3 clicks, and it's about to become 1 click. And every button that you should press that you can't remember to press, or you never knew you needed to click, we click it automatically in the background so you don't have to. Okay. So any questions about listings to leads or about Facebook advertising? Get in the mastermind group, use the support team to get in the mastermind group. I will say this about the support team. If you need an answer quickly, the fastest way to get an answer is to type it right in this box, okay? Because our whole support team is watching this, right? I think even Scott goes and looks at these, right? So, you know, you get the fastest answers. You may think calling support is the way to do it, but it's not, because sometimes you go in voicemail and it's not picked up for a while. Everybody watches this group, and we also know what account you're coming from, so it just helps. It just saves time. It's more efficient. So I don't see any more questions. If you came in late, this call is being recorded. It is going to be in the mastermind group later today. And you should check out the mastermind group at least once a week. You're going to see the new things that we're adding. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, and since you're not asking, I will answer this question anyway. Let me go, okay, let's go to discussion. Remember I showed you earlier social media auto posting? I said, hey, turn on your auto posting and we're going to post something over there, right? And I told you it's really important that you do that. It does, because it just saves time, and you can tell your sellers, like, yeah, I'm on, you know, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and YouTube, and Instagram, right? Like, that makes you a social media marketing expert. You don't have to tell them that we're doing it for you automatically, but we do it for you automatically, right? So this is my open house post on Facebook, and I want to point out something. This was posted 2 weeks ago, okay, on June 28th, and only 73 people have seen it, okay? Now, this is kind of a big deal, because on the listings to leads business page, this is not our mastermind group, we have 13,000 people who follow us, right? This page has been out here for a long time, and a lot of people know about us. So we have over 13,000 people following this. Why is it only 73 people saw that post, right? For, you know, 2 weeks. The answer is that that's not the business of Facebook. The business of Facebook, meaning the money, where they make money, is by getting you to spend money, right? Give them money, like for ads or for boosting. And so what I want to tell you is, turn on auto posting, but you're not going to get a lot of reach, and not a lot of people are going to see it. Most agents, they have like 100, 200, 300 people. Only 5% of your followers see your stuff, right? So if you got 100 people, that means you got 5 people that are going to see your post, even if it's auto post, even if you do it by hand. That's the maximum reach. So I want to make sure that you have auto posting turned on, but also that you're running ads, because when you run an ad, you know, I just gave you an idea of a $200 budget or a $300 budget. When you run an ad for 20 bucks for 4 days, wherever you are in the country, 2,000 people are going to see that. 2,000 people are going to see your real estate brand, right? And some few people are going to click on those and become leads, okay? So that's why you need to be having a consistent strategy for Facebook. And with us, it's super easy to do. So I don't see any questions. So I want to say thanks everybody for joining me today. Definitely get your arms around our platform. It pays off. It helps everybody, helps you get buyers, helps you get some more listings. It'll help you even if you don't have listings. We're going to help you. So last chance. Any questions here about what I'm yammering on about? All right. Well, thanks everybody. This call will be in the mastermind group. Oh yeah, here's a great question. I can't seem to find the mastermind group. Now you guys might not recall, but to get in the mastermind group, you got to ask the support team. It is a private group and you can't find it unless you're in it. It's like secret, okay? So the way to get in the mastermind group is to go into the support page and listings to leads and say, hey, would you get me in the mastermind group? And then there you go. So if you spend money, Facebook will deliver your ad further. Exactly, Janice. Exactly. Okay. If you spend money, and a lot of our clients do. I've seen teams in the country easily spending, $700, $800 a month on Facebook ads. And I want to kind of let you know, like you could spend $700 a month on Zillow and Realtor.com, and you would get like 40 leads a month, right? If you spend $700 on Facebook, you're going to have hundreds, like 400 or 500 leads a month. If you have a big team, that's exactly what you need, right? I'm going to show you something to drive that concept home. In our blog, which I showed you at the beginning of the call, let's see if I can search on Calvin. Yeah, this guy here. This is last summer, okay? Calvin gets all excited because he generated 490 leads in 26 days. Watch his call here. Like he has a team, and trust me, you listen to his call. This guy knows what he is doing. He knows about capturing leads, and more importantly, he knows how to convert leads. So he was blown away that he could generate 490 leads. He's like, there's no company that can do this. Now he spent about $500, right? He ran multiple ads throughout the month, just like I mentioned to you, like run 8 ads a week, right? So he's got more listings, he's running more ads, he's getting a lot of leads, and he's giving them to his team, and they're converting them. He totally knows what he is doing. I would love it to see all of you guys get your conversion plan down. We're actually going to have a ridiculously powerful follow-up plan come out. I don't know how soon, my guess is in the fall. And it's going to help you convert leads. But, if you start spending a few $100 a month, you're going to have hundreds of leads every month, right? Don't forget about that great nearby homeowner letter, and use Facebook and use our auto-generated marketing tools for your listings, and your business is going to grow. So thanks everybody. Thanks for those last questions. Those are really helpful. Take care. Oh, do you have coaches? I'm looking for someone to practice scripts. We don't have coaches. We work with a lot of coaches recommend us. Club Wealth, Jared James, Tom Ferry, what is her name? Community influencer. I can't remember her name. She used to be Honey Bar Media. If you're on a free trial, James, it's going to auto roll into a month-to-month agreement. All the tools that I've shown you are in that. If I have it sold, is there a blueprint how I can follow to market it? Yeah, Janice, you're going to need to go to your listings page. Since it's sold, we can't pull it. So you're going to have to manually create it. And once you create it, I'll just click manual here. You'll have it not notice the default list is just listed. Do it just sold. And once you do it just sold, or sold in the past, all these tools are created automatically. And as I mentioned during this call, you got to focus on the 4, right? And let me say something, and that's a good question. Let me say, Janice, how long ago did you sell that home? Yeah. I thought I saw where the listed price and update to sold price. Yeah, I'm not sure. So you sold it in June, right? So that could be marketed as just listed. Now, I have a property here that is sold. And just like the open house that we talked about earlier, you should do the 4 things. But I want to show you what it looks like for the seller social media. So you should get this in here, Janice, and you should set, when we send you this email automatically, you should click the forward button, and you should go over to your email and email that tool to your client and call your client and say, hey, you know what? I hope you love your new home. Would you put this on your wall for me? Right? And notice it says, just sold. We want to recommend you, Janice, at your office for doing an excellent job. And here is your phone number and email for all my friends, all your clients, friends, and family and colleagues on Facebook to see. I don't know what you do, Janice, for referrals. I know a lot of people like to give away some really cool cutlery and all kinds of fun things like that. But in our world, we like to get your name in front of your clients, friends, and family and colleagues multiple times. So just listed, open house, or just sold, it's always going to be talking about you. So definitely use that. Use a nearby homeowner letter if you want more listings than that. And as I mentioned, the top tools for getting listings, you want to use all those, right? Everybody, thanks so much. Keep safe. We'll talk soon, and get in the mastermind group.